Hello, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to a scene from Changeling the New World of Darkness. In today's scene, we have the young Alexander Shaw. Actually, he is on common ground of the keep along with Sir Bailiff. As we remember, Xander has decided to go ahead with uh, in his role of accepting himself as a Liam. Uh, Sir Bailiff has decided to take Xander underneath his wings and show him the ways of their house. So here we're starting with them on common ground, walking around and talking about the second part of the oath for House Leader.
Okay. So, survey, excuse me, Surveillance is first is quite interested on what Xander thinks of the first part of the oath that is sworn by all Liam. So he basically told him about that oath and gave him a day to think it over. As we open the scene, that's the question that Bailiff has posed to Xander: is what are his thoughts about the first quadrant or the first part of the oath?
Well, um, I thought to myself that it was highly ironic that how all the other houses see us as oath breakers. But when I listen to the words of the oath thus far, it seems to be the most heavy on the heart, I should say. Um, it makes one question the sanity of others seeing us as such. I This is a very detrimental thing, especially for someone like myself who has been leery of oaths because they bring such heavy pittance, I guess.
Hmm.
But this is wow.
It's a lot. And these are questions that typically all of our new pledges have. Pledges that all of the new um, members sworn to House Liam will ask.
Um, yeah, I mean, this oath sentence one to the utter harshness of the world because, I mean, sunlight burning and moonlight bringing fear, so you can't go out in the day, you can't go out in the night, you can't eat, and you can't drink. I mean, talking about a slow agonizing death.
It is a very powerful oath, indeed. And where does your um, you gotta search this for the word for a moment. Where does your lover fit into this? Does he know what we're committed to doing?
Pardon?
Your lover. Does he know what we're committed to doing? What we have committed ourselves to doing?
Yes, actually, I have sent word to him, so he knows what is going on.
Hmm. Okay. He kind of turns abruptly and starts heading back to the keep. I think we're going to need some booze. He says as he starts walking.
Well, that's not a short supply of.
So you've been keeping yourself busy, I hope, with practice.
Um, yes, actually, I have been.
Good.
Um,
Good. Sometimes when a she goes through his or her sainting. Um, when the ritual is enacted that allows us to peel back all those layers of the mist and
Say again. I can't hear you anymore. Oh, no wonder. Um,
whoops, sorry
actually,
about that.
I don't know. I just stopped hearing you. I was like, then I turned on the back to the main screen and I realized that you were gone.
Um, when the when the when your ritual is enacted, the ritual is sainting. It allows the seer to pull back layers of the mist so that your true name is able to be discerned. But beyond your true name, sometimes fragments and more information about your true self is awakened within you as well.
Huh. It looks like I have a lot to look forward to. But you mentioned a drink. What can I get for you?
Um, whiskey, straight up.
Righty, no problem.
It smells. I've had many a night with just whiskey. See into the streets of whatever city that I was currently living in. There's a lot of shit out here that we're typically tasked with um, keeping away from the mortals. But that brings me back to your question, or oath, and why it's so strict. So, no changeling has to abide by our oaths. We're considered oath broken to them. Um, the dreaming still enforces the oaths that we swear upon us. So when we swear the oath of your house, it is very important um, that you know what you're getting into. Um,
Understood.
a lot of people, well, there's a lot of talk about how everything happened the way it did. I'm not a scholar as much as I'd like to be. There's always too much to do to really have an opportunity to curl up with a book. But um, supposedly things are the way they are because of our preference to mortals over our duty to other Cathay. So one could say that um, we have our priorities misaligned. Um, but I would vehemently disagree if one said that in my presence, he says with a smile.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it in the wrong light from a lot of people. But the thing is, if what the basis of what we are formed from man's deepest thoughts and desires, and why should we not protect that? Because that is what gives us our strength.
Not everyone believes that story so singularly, though, Xander. We're a complex people made of imaginary stories. So some people believe that we come from man's dreams. Some people believe that we were around long before man ever crawled from caves. Some people believe we were the first things that walked the earth.
And if that was the case, then I don't know. Maybe I'm no. You know what? I'm probably just overthinking it.
A Liam is wise and compassionate, so overthinking should be something we do. We have to weigh options and possibilities where other houses are a lot more impulsive.
Something I'm learning to do more and more every day.
It's hard.
I have learned when I have decided to just go with an action without thinking it through, it has dire consequences.
It does. It does. And when you have a larger duty to protect humanity, who's oftentimes so helpless, failing in that task could mean consigning hundreds, if not thousands, to death. So always be careful. Weigh out your choices and decisions. A lot of the houses, well, a lot of us, not only houses, he says with a smile, wouldn't think twice about um, draining immortal of all their creativity. They wouldn't think twice of the scars that leaves upon someone's souls, the damage that does to someone's mind, or the possible enemy that could be created for future generations. Have anyone talked to you about the Daunting?
Not in depth. However, I have my theories about their role in the events of the last year. But I truly must say that I do not know a lot about them.
You honestly could say that you don't know what was that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I can also say that I don't know much about them other than what I've heard and able to read. And I have my thoughts on their action, on their participations in the events of the last year.
Good. Do you mind if I heard those thoughts?
Sure. I have recently got with some of the others and made a rally cry for the fact that I think that everything that has happened to us thus far is a prelude to war. I mean, it just adds up to me. I think that Dantain have had something to do with a lot of the things that happened on Silly Fest, the attempted kidnapping of the Queen, the death in some of our friends, even down to the recent Iceworm attack on the Balefires. It just seems like too many things to be just circumstance or happenstance, as some would call it. So I have just been urging others to that the fact that this could be a prelude. I mean, if the Iceworm decided to attack again for whatever reason, or something else happens, I mean, after that last attack, a lot of us have been rendered homeless. I don't know.
You have a paranoid mind. I like it.
I mean, I would rather be slightly paranoid and cautious than totally not thinking and calling my pants down.
Well, considering as how you married a Fiona, I can hardly think that you don't mind getting caught with your pants down. But bad choices aside, I like that. I like that theory, though. Um, so, have you given much thought to how your new neighbors acquire their glamour?
Pardon?
Have you given much thought as to how your new neighbors acquire glamour?
What do you mean?
Your new neighbors, the whole, you know, um, litany of changelings that were just made citizens within the kingdom of apples.
And he gives you a eyebrow raise. I have not heard of this.
Oh, no, not just. It's not new. I'm referring to the 18.
Ah, ah, I think it's truly detestable. I have had occasion to talk with, I believe the one, her name is called Mosman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that, yeah, the things they did to that young lady. I mean, just to snatch people off the streets. I mean, and then she was trying to run for mayor.
Well, I want to say that to emphasize this, such actions have consequences. Obviously,
Mm.
the scars left on such a soul um, could potentially be poisoned against us forever.
Yeah, I totally agree. Um, but it seems that the young lady was uh, aware of our kind, I guess. Um, so I haven't seen her in a while, so I'm not sure what has happened. What has happened to her?
Hmm. Well, I only mentioned an obvious point. Um, we're humanity's protectors, and regardless if they're neighbors or not, they cross us.
I would not doubt if they hadn't had some hand in some of the activities of the past.
Hmm.
They are definitely ones to keep an eye on. I mean, I would say right about now we could almost be on an even keel after that last attack. So if they wanted to do something, but they could very well get away with it by now.
Hmm. Well, enough of such morbid thoughts.
Another drink.
That sounds great.
Xander will go and finish another whiskey, and he will get himself, of course, a rum and coke.
So, things that go bump in the night, check. Have that conversation. Um, checked in about your lover. All right. So we're making good progress here. Excuse me. Um,
Good.
Downturn. Discussed. Check. That's a problem. That's a problem that needs to be fixed. But let's figure out your true name first.
Okay.
What else do we have for today?
The second half of the
Oh, yeah.
oath.
Quite so. So, first half, we've discussed that. But the first half goes, um, may the it's what we consider to be the cost of failure. May the light of the sun burn my skin. May the light of the moon bring me fear. May all the food of the earth only bring hunger. May the waters of life parch my throat. The next words are what we charge ourselves with, what we believe to be our responsibility. Should I forego the compass of my journey, which we have some hand in deciding? Should I neglect my care of the dreaming? What your care of the what is your responsibility to the dreaming? That's something we're going to figure out too once we know your true name. Hopefully, we'll get some glimpses to who you were before. Should I be blind to the needs of my charges? We believe that this not only indicates those who fall under us, but also those mortals that we share this world with. Should I ignore the purity of my duty? Purity is a little subjective, but um, the duty that that clearly refers to is our duty to men. To men. So again, those last lines are: should I forego the compass of my journey? Should I neglect the care of the dream? Should I be blind to the needs of my charges? Should I ignore the purity of my duty? Without choice, all of this is meaningless. So we definitely want you to understand what you're committing yourself to by taking up the oath of House Liam. This is no small task, and I would not fault you if you felt more comfortable under the banner of House Fiona. But no house truly has a light burden.
Yeah, I would assume that every house oath is deeply felt by the members. Um, but this is quite heavy. Um, I truly do understand the mood.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said I truly do understand the meaning behind it. And yeah,
So the oath, when we swear it in 2 days, is considered private, just like the sainting. Um, a lot of people don't know much about our house, and we prefer to keep it that way.
Understood.
There will be five other, I'm sorry, there'll be four other Cathane there. Um, Dog, of course, has requested to be available, to be there for your sighting. Um, he's going to, he's the most powerful, one of the most powerful musicians in the kingdom. So he's going to help us peel back the layers of mist to determine your true name. Um, there is a squire in the kingdom that has traveled here under my care named Lyser. He will be there as well. Um, he's already sworn the oath, um, but he has to earn his title. Um, Amar is another older Liam um, from the kingdom of from the kingdom of Northern Ice, um, which in the Grey World is basically Alaska. He says with a smile. Amar is going to be here. Um, he's a scholar of our kind. If Liam's could be considered to have scholars. Um, and then there's Bayron, who's going to be here as well. She is a craftsman of our house. Um, she's quite old. She's been with us since the resurgence, and um, of course, she isn't able to attend all saintings, but she typically brings the most awesome birthday gifts, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. I get you.
Yeah. So she's one that you're going to want to impress.
It's that great aunt, that rich old great aunt that you love to see all the time.
Yes. Yes. She's old. She's been with us forever, so she's going to have some wisdom. She's set in her ways. Um, but since she doesn't attend all sightings, there may be something she perceives as being special with you. So we'll have to play that by ear.
Understood. Wow.
A lot to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like it.
Yeah. All right. He finishes the rest of his whiskey and he sits down on the floor of the keep. All right, sit down right in front of me.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
I want you to practice on your breathing. All right. So, kind of like yoga.
All right.
In through the nose, out through the mouth. Concentrate on a erect posture. In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Okay.
We want to visualize your connection with the dream. That enduring force that nurtures us, keeps us strong. You have a connection to it, but it is not a. It's very strong for a young one of your years. But we want to strengthen that connection. Through this connection, Cathane have been known to do many incredible things. One of those things is our celebration of war itself. Through our connection to the dream and what is considered to be the art of war, we can summon what's called the dragon's ire. He stands. He walks over. All right, keep your eyes closed. Deep breath again. You want to feel this. When I channel this force, I feel it most within my chest and within my head. It could be the same with you, it could be different.
Okay.
Practice this meditation every night of the full moon. I'll be here for a while, so I will likely train you on how to channel this energy. It will only make you a more flexible, a more capable fighter. Okay?
Okay.
And once we know your true name, maybe we can figure out this magic that your mother put on your swords here.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I really have to say that I appreciate this.
That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. Um, I owe your mother a great many things. And thankfully, um, through that eternal debt, I have met what is possibly a passable Liam Knight, he says with a smile.
Possibly.
Possibly. um, I am glad that you chose the way you chose, though.
But when it comes down to it, I really think that there really wasn't much of a choice.
Good. None of that lover, not a fighter crap.
Hopefully I'll get to be both.
Well, all right. So if there's anything further, you have anything else you want to do in the scene?
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Let's take it out.
Alrighty. And with that, the two will probably share another drink and yammer and talk some more. And we will end our scene there. Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. And thank you for your time.